You're listening to the I Like That Story podcast, season number 2, episode number 4, The Lounge Lizard's Legacy. Today's story brought to you by Evolution Consulting, nationwide image professionals for styling, speaking, and stage. Do you think it's possible to avoid making a mistake, or are we all doomed to follow in the steps of our parents? Well, I would like to think you can change, that it's possible, but to change requires careful thinking, not just thinking about today and what we're doing, but even more thinking about how today's actions will affect our tomorrow. Like the story of the lounge lizard's legacy. Each generation has a name for these same guys. Some call them Cads, or Casanovas, or Don Juans, or lounge lizards, or parlor snakes, or cheaters, or players. I was preparing a funeral for the wife of another one of these fellows. I only had old pictures and stories to work with, but he was definitely a charmer. I was shown a black and white picture of him in his uniform, square-jawed, clear-eyed, handsome, and then they showed me another picture of him without his shirt on. Lean, muscular, a shot greatly admired by the 3 women around the table, his daughter, his granddaughter, and his great-granddaughter. Oh, and he could dance. I guess they'd clear the floor whenever Mom and Dad went dancing just to watch him move. The daughter was talking then about her dad's fiery temper, and then later I found out that the reason that she didn't know firsthand about the dancing was because her folks split up when she was a kid. He ran off, I'm not sure with. Mom didn't talk about it much. I then looked at a few more pictures from the woman's life, pictures that were taken, it looked like, with 3 different men. There were some black and white pictures and dresses from the 60s. There were Polaroids with another guy from the Paisley and bell-bottom 70s. Finally, they showed me a picture of a paunchy guy in a blazer somewhere in the early 90s. Now, Phil, she said, was a nice guy. I find out that Phil was the 3rd and last husband. As we're figuring attendance for the funeral, I find out that the daughter will be coming to the service alone. She tells me she was divorced twice. Affairs, both of them. She rolls her eyes. You know how men are. The granddaughter is coming alone too. She's also divorced twice. The only thing she said about her exes was that she never got a dime from either one of them. She waves her hand with disgust. Couple of deadbeats. And the great-granddaughter may also be coming alone. She doesn't know. It depends on her boyfriend's work schedule. The great-granddaughter is a pretty girl in her early 20s and is the apple of the older women's eyes. When she leaves to make a phone call, the older women immediately set in about her boyfriend. He's trouble. He's moody. He shouts a lot. He's angry. He pouts if he doesn't get his way. I sure hope she dumps him. He is no good. Well, the funeral was the next day, and sure enough, the great-granddaughter was there, and she sat in the front row next to the boyfriend, a tall and handsome kid with a sulky scowl. I bet they get married. Well, that's the show. If you want to get a free newsletter that features 1 good story and 3 bad dad jokes, I email them once a month. Shoot me a message on my website, ilikethatstory.net. They're free. I'll make sure you get them. Until next time, I'm Jeff Gould. God bless.